This instrument is fire resistance test apparatus used for testing of coated and uncoated textiles as per Appendix 5 of UIC 5642 specification. The purpose of this test method is to determine the fire resistance of coated and uncoated textile materials like curtains, seat covers, wall linings, etc., used in the interior of railway vehicles and other places.
The instrument is made of closed chamber having dimensions of approx 2 meter cube volume. It includes U-shaped stainless steel frame holder to keep frame in a vertical position, Bunsen burner with butane or propane gas cylinder, and a stopwatch accuracy to a second. Glass window is provided to watch the experiment.
In this method, the specimen is held vertically in a frame and exposed to a gas flame, which is applied to the lower edge of the specimen. We require 6 specimens, 3 in wrap and 3 in weft direction, measuring 190 mm into 320 mm. We are cutting specimens using frame. Cutouts are being made for screws on both longitudinal sides in order to enable the specimen to be held in the specimen holder. Before testing, specimens are to be conditioned at 20 degrees centigrade to 24 degrees centigrade and relative air humidity at 50% and 65%. Now, we start testing. The specimen is placed in the specimen frame so that the specimen hangs vertically. The burner is lit and flame is adjusted so that blue cone reaches a height of 40 plus minus 5 mm. The burner is tilted 45 degrees to the horizontal and brought closer to the specimen until the blue cone touches the horizontal base of the specimen. Expose the specimen to flame for 30 plus minus 1 seconds and extinguish the burner after the period. Following points are to be noted. Length of time of continued burning or glowing after the extinction of the burner. Release of burning particles or drops. Whether the specimen has burnt through to its upper end. After specimen cools, measure the fire damaged area. The surface area can be measured by planimetry or by weighing an equivalent paper representation of the fire damaged area with a known unit area weight. On the basis of above observations and calculations for individual specimens, the sample can be classified in Class A or Class B or Class C. The instrument is Smoke Visibility Test Apparatus as per Appendix 15 of UIC 5642 International Specification. The purpose of this test method is to determine the deterioration of visibility due to smoke produced when materials burn in the sealed chamber by assessing the attenuation of a light beam passing through the chamber from bottom to top. More the smoke, less light beam passes through the chamber. The instrument is made of a chamber measuring approximately 0.5 m³ and constructed of heat-proof material. Internal dimensions are fixed: height 1000 mm plus minus 5 mm, width 750 mm plus minus 5 mm, and depth 750 mm plus minus 5 mm. The chamber contains electric bulb of 100 watt. Placed in this box, light meter cell is on the top of the instrument and light meter measuring 0 to 100 lux is on the side. There is air intake and opening on the side, which is closed during the test. There is another opening on the side, fitted with a shutter, required for discharge of smoke. The smoke chamber is fitted with a glass window to observe inside of chamber. The window is covered with a black curtain throughout the measurement period in order to prevent stray light from entering. Now, we will see inside of the chamber. The burner gives flame by butane gas. This is butane gas cylinder. Burner is tilted at an angle of 45 degrees to the horizontal and placed on the floor of the smoke chamber so that the flame produced is inside and the air inlet outside the smoke chamber. This is a specimen frame positioned on the floor of the smoke chamber, which enables the specimen to be held at an angle of 20 degrees to the vertical. The specimen is fixed along with fireproof plate and stainless steel plate. Fireproof plate is made up of aluminium silicate. This is a device for adjusting the distance between specimen and burner. It is operated from outside the chamber and makes possible to move the specimen frame towards burner so that the tip of 30 mm plus minus 5 mm blue cone of the burner flame touches the specimen. The specimen size is 120 mm length and 100 mm width. Now we start testing. We are inserting specimen along with plate of fireproof material and plate of stainless steel into the specimen frame. All components are firmly bolted together. The specimen frame is then placed into the smoke chamber. Initially, keep away from the burner. Light the burner and regulate the flame so that the blue cone of the flame has a length of 30 mm plus minus 5 mm. When the burner is tilted at 45 degrees, close the door and the air intake opening of the chamber. Adjust light meter to 0. Switch on the electric light bulb and adjust the current flow to obtain an illumination intensity of 100 lux. Move specimen frame and the tip of the blue cone of the Bunsen burner flame touches the specimen. Start stopwatch. Note the time for which illumination intensity in lux is equal to 90, 80, 70 and so on. Keep away specimen from the burner when illumination intensity falls below 1 lux, or if this does not occur after 5 minutes. 3 tests are to be carried out for each sample. The curve is to be drawn for the material by entering the time on the x-axis and the arithmetic mean of the corresponding illumination intensities in lux on the y-axis. Following points are to be indicated based on the curve. Number 1, the value of illumination intensity in lux obtained in the 4th minute. Number 2, the light volume in lux minutes obtained during the first 4 minutes by calculating the area between the coordinate axis and the curve. On the basis of above calculations, material can be graded into Class A or Class B or Class C.
This instrument is toxicity index tester. It determines toxicity index of material as per NCD 1409. Toxicity index is the numerical summation of the toxicity indexes of selected gases produced by complete combustion of material under the specified conditions. Selected gases as 14: carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, hydrogen sulfide, ammonia, formaldehyde, hydrogen chloride, ethylonitrile, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, phenol, hydrogen cyanide, hydrogen bromide, hydrogen fluoride, and phosgene. Conditions are a mixture of methane and air of burning, flame of 100 mm height, temperature of flame should be 1150 centigrade plus minus 50 centigrade, complete combustion of material. The apparatus is made of a chamber measuring 1 meter cube volume. It is fitted with window using transparent plastic sheet to observe inside of chamber. These are flow meters for methane and air. This is provision for igniting and extinguishing the burner from outside the chamber. For detection and estimation of gases, 14 colorimetric gas reaction tubes, one for each gas, are used. Pump is required to draw the gases through tubes from the chamber. In the presence of gas, there is a color change that shows ppm of gas present in the chamber. The chamber is fitted with forced air extraction system, which is on the back side and is closed during testing. Interiors of the chamber is covered with polypropylene sheet. The burner is of 125 mm height, and with this burner we have to achieve 100 mm flame height and 1150 centigrade plus minus 50 centigrade at its hottest point. This device is for support the test specimen over the burner, and it is made of non-combustible material. The chamber is fitted with sampling position in such a way that the air tightness of the chamber is not impaired. The chamber contains a mixing fan at roof to ensure rapid mixing of combustion products. Now we start testing. Adjust the flow rate of methane 10 liters per minute and air 15 liters per minute to achieve 100 mm flame height and temperature of 1150 centigrade to 50 centigrade plus minus. A specimen with known mass to the nearest milligram is taken. Place the specimen on the support. Keep extraction ventilation system off. 14 colorimetric gas reaction tubes into the chamber are inserted. Close the test chamber door. Adjust the support on the top of burner. The specimen is burned to complete combustion and extinguish burner. Start the mixing fan and continue mixing for 30 seconds. Then switch off fan. Draw the gas mixture from the chamber through each respective reaction tube with the help of pump. We check the color change in all the tubes. As for example, this tube is for sulfur dioxide and there is a color change from the blue to yellow. We can check ppm of gas present in the chamber, as for example 5 ppm. Similarly, this tube is for acrylonitrile and there is a color change from yellow to red. We can check ppm of gas present in the chamber, as for example 10 ppm. On completion of analysis, the remaining product of the combustion are removed from the chamber using forced extraction exhaust system. Toxicity index of each gas is calculated from the concentration of gas produced when 100 gm of material is burnt and CF value of that gas. CF is concentration of the gas in ppm considered fertile to mass for a 30 minutes exposure time. Toxicity index of material is summation of toxicity index of all 14 gases.